So every time when someone asks you, what do? You kind of feel this sensation in your body that happens. It makes you feel like you're shrinking, or it just makes you feel like icky, or you're like, I don't want to answer this question because I'm still exploring what they're gonna say. We need to talk, and I am making specifically this video for the spiritual women solopreneurs, because I know when you are doing things by yourself, there is a lot of things that you're juggling around, you're exploring, and then someone asks you this, you're like point blank, because you kind of don't know the answer for it, right? Or don't know how to explain it to them. But underneath, something is happening, and we're gonna fix that, right? So first of all, hello, my name is Kritika. I help spiritual women solopreneurs to level up their visibility, leadership, and income through embodiment and soul-aligned strategy in their business. So what we need to understand is what you do is not related to your worth. Because we have been programmed with this kind of idea that we ask someone that what do you do, and on the basis of that we choose that what level of respect we're gonna give it to them, right? And this is actually very deep level conditioning that is happening, and it's already going in your mind. Maybe you might not be aware of it, but it's on a collective level that happens. So I just want to say to you that whenever this question comes to you, just come back to yourself and ask that, is this person gonna judge me on my worth? And if I am really solid in my self-worth, that it is not attached to my job title or my business kind of title or what I do, how would I share with them with the passion that I started this business with, right? So coming back to that beingness, that you're worthy with or without that title. Because here's the thing, your presence will do the talk. Because what happens when you shrink, your confidence level makes you feel small. But when you are really embodied in your worth, your presence will do the work. You can even tell them like such a small aspect of the work that you do, but if you're really present in your body, then that person will feel it. And when you shrink, that person also feels that. So I want you to be really come back and ask yourself that what kind of energy I want this person to feel from me. Not to be liked, not to be accepted, not to be trying to prove anything, but what I'm leading with. What is my energy leading, right? And the second one is for the solopreneurs or the business owners who have just started or they're just on the brink of starting. You kind of have to marry your exploration phase. Because here's the thing, when you are just starting out, you will not get everything figured out. And when you don't have everything figured out, when someone asks this question to you, you're like, but I don't have anything figured out. What I'm gonna say to them, what they're gonna say that, oh, she's just running out of vibes, or she's just exploring. Even if you are in the transitioning phase, so let's say you are in a job still and you run a part-time business, or you have just started your business, right? I want you to really own your exploring phase. You can say to them that this is what I'm exploring, this is what I've explored, and this is what I've figured out, and this is what I'm making. Let's say if you make a digital product or you do one-on-one calls. So lead with your energy in a way that you feel confident in sharing about your exploration phase. Because let me tell you, when people feel your passion, that you are working towards something and this is what's exciting you, it actually draws people in. We kind of think that people are always judging us, but sometimes people are asking this question because they want to know, like, actually what exactly you do. And if this is something that they relate with, that is actually a good point, because that can be your next customer. That has happened with me so many times, that I would be just networking with people and I would just tell them in those phases of exploration that this is what I'm doing. They instantly wanted my contact, they wanted to work with me. There were like a lot of things that happened, right? And that was happened when, I mean, in this business happens as well, but I'm not talking about just this business that I'm doing, but I used to have a content creation business as well, that I even went to like yoga class one day and I ended up working with the yoga teacher that I had. So I'm telling you, it wasn't like a paid one, but it was more like a collaboration. And it's just not that. It was I think it was a networking event where the digital marketing kind of setup was there, and I was just there to meet people, and I got so many brand offers by being around people, where I shared like how I create content, how I talk, and I showed them what I'm doing. They actually never asked about my website or anything like that. You know, there's the feeling that we get, oh, they're gonna ask me this, but I haven't figured this out. I have sold like so many packages, so many offers, just with a simple Google Doc form. So I'm telling you, own your exploration phase, but come back to your passion, come back to your energy, that what exactly moves you towards that thing, right? And the third thing, which is kind of related to that, is speak from the vision. Speak from the impact that you're making. So if you're a business owner and your vision is so expansive, and I know the people who tune into me, they have so many big dreams, and I love you for that. I want you to have this energy towards your business when someone asks you that this is what I'm building. This is, I'm not saying like 5 years or 10 years, but tell them the vision, because that person asked you, what do you do? They're not just asking like, oh, write in this day-to-day basis or daily what you do. They want to know like how this person bringing this idea into this world and make a change. Even right now your vision seems blurry, because I know having a business or being a solopreneur or entrepreneur, your vision gets clear to you, right? But right now, what's the vision that's leading you? What wakes you up in the morning? What exactly gets you to make the slides of the business and make the offer or put a one-on-one call? What exactly drives you? Like for me, for example, in my business, what really drives me is I help women to get into their body and take up the space which shows up in their business. They become more visible, they become more confident, they take up the space and show up as a leader, and that impacts their income. And the strategy that I help them with in their business is not like, oh, this is what worked for me, this is going to work for you. I can, but they have a different human design, they have a different soul, they have a different way of working. So I help them become the person who can lead with what their soul is leading them towards. So I am making leaders here. I am so passionate, like this wakes me up in the morning that I get to do that. So this is what I would say to you. Before I go, I hope you got the value from this video, but I'm gonna give you a little something to take away that you can do it on your own. Is after you watch that video, go for a walk, because if you're gonna just sit there and then your mind is gonna go at 100 speed, go for a walk. Start walking, because your body needs to register what I just said. And start asking yourself this question, that how would I speak? How would I show up as the woman, as the person, or if you're a man listening to me as well, who already accomplish the dream that I had? How would you show up? How would you talk to people? How would you invite people into your world? Because if you're a business, if someone is asking you in your DMs, what do? And you shrink, you freeze, how are you going to get sales? So work on that, on your energetics, right? And that's exactly what I help you with. I help my clients to on so many different levels. But if you are interested in becoming visible this year in your fullness and show up as a leader in your business and make the impact in this world, I'm going to leave a link in the description for my 3 months program, Soulful Leadership. That program is so juicy because the women that are in there, I'm working one-on-one with them. Let me tell you, their voice sounds like them. How they show up, how they make content, how they talk to people, how they held master classes, how they make, it's just, every time when I watch that, like, oh my God, I'm like, wow, they are thriving. So if that's something that interests you, I'm going to leave a link. You can reach out by applying to the form that I have, or simply just DM me on one of my social media channels and I'll be happy to talk to you. Till then, I hope you got the value from this video, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, and more videos will be for visibility, leadership and the embodiment, and a little bit of strategy will be coming in few days. And I also have a podcast, in a Rebirth podcast. If you haven't seen me before or you're just new here, I'm gonna leave a link there as well. Go check out that space. Is actually more like a chilled space where I just express, and I hope to see you in the next video.